event. Final call, all field events.
All right. This is track meet time once again. This is the first BAC junior high track meet held at London with all the teams in the BAC. Looks at the Buckeye division and the Ohio division. This is Gary McNeil once again along with Carl King bringing you this meet, and there's going to be a lot of good things happen. The other night we had a couple records broke in the varsity meet. Chuck Dillard went 6'6" in a high jump, and Strobel, that's a new record, and Strobel his record was 30 hold on, I'll get it to you in just a second.
39.7.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 39.7, because he had done a 40 and tied the record, and he done a 39.7 in the 300, isn't it?
Right.
300 hurdles. So that's some things we look forward to. And anyway, this is Gary McNeil, and we got a nice crowd starting to form here. Skies are beautiful, everything's nice. So hang around, folks. We'll bring you another fine meet coming to you from WLHS TV, Red Raiders Channel 11. This is Gary McNeil saying, stick around. We'll be right back. Well, folks, we're back. Really didn't go anywhere. We're getting ready for the Buckeye division of the girls 100-meter low hurdles, section 1. In lane 1, we'll have Jessica Barrow from Utica, Molly Miller from Bexley. Remember I did these last year, Carl? Amy Winans from London. Karen Suter from, what does LK stand for?
This is the third final call for the girls.
No.
Third final call.
Lakewood? Yeah, probably Lakewood. And Jennifer Austin from Licking Valley.
Lane assignments in the girls Buckeye, section 1.
Here we go.
Bureau, Utica. Molly, lane 3, Molly Miller, Bexley. Lane 4, Amy Winans, London. Lane 5, Karen Suter, Lakewood. And then lane 6, Jennifer Austin, Licking Valley.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but these couples' names didn't match what he said. I'm sure he's got the same paper I got.
Oh, we're getting ready right now.
Yep, got a race. The timer's cut off to the side. Got London in lane 3. That's Amy Winans. She's got a nice lead here. She's being challenged by Licking Valley. It's going to be a close one. Licking Valley, London, in a time of 19.1. 19.1.
Numbers down, you can't see your top 10.
Lane assignments in the 100-meter low hurdles girls Buckeye division, section 2. Captain Clay, Utica, lane 2.
We're getting ready for section 2. Katie Clay, Utica, Candy Neville, Licking Valley, Corey Wilson, London, Ashley Wright, Lakewood, and Sarah Hughes, Bexley. London will be coming on lane 3. Time to beat for this is 19.1. London's taking the lead right now. And going to finish in a time of another 19.1. Just tied each other.
Hey.
Corey Wilson, London.
Tied for first.
19.1.
Lane assignments in the girls Ohio division 100-meter low hurdles. In lane 2, Joe Clark, John Fowler. Lane 3, Nicole McKenna, Coke, and Madison Lane.
I had to retrain Carl on this camera again. He can't figure out how to make it unfocus.
That's a technical term.
Technical term, unfocus. Okay, the Ohio division. You have the names. You have Clark, Madison County, out of Jonathan Alder, and Megan Blake from West Jeff, Jenna Tope from Madison Plains. And this is going to be a runaway for West Jeff. Uh-oh, got a bad turn there. In a time of 18-2. Whoa. That was West Jeff, wasn't it?
Lane assignments 100-meter hurdles, girls, Ohio Division, Section 2. In lane 2, we'll have Ashley Yoakum, Jonathan Alder. Lane 3, Tiffany Adams, Madison Plains. In lane 4, Kathleen Fellers, Benju. In lane 5, Danielle Miller, West Jefferson. And in lane 6, Beth Tuttle, Washington Courthouse.
Girls 100-meter low hurdles for the Ohio Division. Yoakum from Jonathan Alder. Adams from Madison Plains, Miller from West Jeff. Beth Tuttle from Washington. And the time to beat, like Carl said, is 18-2. He kind of keeps me on my toes. Alder's in lane 1, Plains in lane 2, and West Jeff's in lane 4. Plains is coming up strong. Washington Courthouse right now looks like they're holding the lead. Time to beat is 18-2. And it finished in 19-3. Washington Courthouse.
Lane assignments in the boys Buckeye Division 110-meter low hurdle, Section 1. In lane 2, Casey Klingenschmidt, Licking Valley. In lane 3, Cameron O'Reilly, Bexley. In lane 4, John Hill, London. In lane 5, John Himmler, Utica. And in lane 6, Nathan Smith, Lakewood.
For the boys, 110-meter low hurdles, Buckeye Division. And in lane 1, we have Casey Killingsmith, Licking Valley. In lane 2, O'Reilly, Bexley. Lane 4, Hollywood John Hill from London. In lane 5, be Imler, Utica, and Smith in lane 5 from Lakewood. That'll be your first division, first section. I gotta put these back on. The sun is hot.
What's up?
I hope it's up, because I couldn't see the red light. So for Madison Countyans, the lanes to watch are lane 3, John Hill. What's his best time this year, Carl? 17.6, somewhere around there. Of 17.6, and me run a 16.6.
No, I think it was 16.6.
I was going to say he broke his own time. We have a race, and it's Hill. Hill's stepping out. Got good step. Looks like he's got a race against him. See if get them choppy steps to finish the time of 16.5. London.
Lane assignments for the Section 2 of the boys.
Is that a record for new junior high record? Okay. You sure of that now? I don't want to be.
I'm sure. In lane 4 will be Andy Hollis, Utica. Lane 5.
And folks, the way you can tell, the girl who goes to the first place finisher has a red jacket on. Her name is Smith. She's going away, going toward the stands. And a young man has second place, has, let me spot him. He's just not going to the stands right now with the cutoff shirt there. The light colored cutoff shirt with shorts. So those are your first and second place people. Whoever they go to, that's how you know who first and second place is. 16.5. Time to beat for this Buckeye Division is 16.5. In lane 1, they're using lane 2. we have Bennett, we have Jones, we have Hollis. Get out the way, boy. Have Hamilton from Bexley and Davenport from Lakewood. So the people from this area, from lane 1 or lane 2, will be Bennett to watch out for.
Have you seen Corey?
She's around here somewhere. We're on TV.
Oh.
But I'll be with you in just a minute. Oh, don't go away. Okay, we got Lakewood out front right now. It's a race between Lakewood and Bexley, and it's going to be a tight one. Couldn't really tell a time of 18.7, and we'll see who the winner goes to. She's going to lane 6. The winner will be Licking Lakewood. Ohio Division, Section 1, we have Mahon from Jonathan Arnold from West Jeff, Trenner from Washington Courthouse, Staub from Grandview, and Miller from Madison Plains. So Madison County people will be watching lane 1, lane 2, and lane 5. And right now we have a big race between Washington Courthouse. We're going to finish in a time of 17:4. And who was that, Courthouse?
Yeah.
Lane assignment for Section 2 of the Boys Ohio Division, 110-meter low hurdles. And lane 2 will be Chris Pierce, West Jefferson. Lane 3, Chad Dagenfield, Madison Plains. Lane 4, John Chirac, Grandview. Lane 5, Lee Statler, Washington Courthouse. And in lane 6 is Brett Class, Jonathan Alder.
Section 2 of the Ohio Division. And from West Jeff we have Pierce. From Madison Plains we have Dagenfield. And Jonathan Alder we have Glass. So those are your 3 Madison County runners to watch for. They are in lane 1, or lane 2, lane 3, and lane 5. They're not using lane 1. And runners get up, started seeing something he didn't like. Guns up. Smoking gun, here we go. And getting out quick is Hollis from Utica, or Chirac from Grandview. And he's going to finish in a time of 18:1. And that leaves Mr. Hill in this section of junior high the best time for your 110-meter high hurdle for this time of 16:5. London, Ohio.
In 5th place, Brian Algeria, Bexley. In 4th place, DJ Charity, Bexley. In 3rd place, Tyler Anderson, Utica. Our runner-up is Matt Russell, London. And our 1999 champion with a jump of 18 feet 1 1/2 inches is Josh Perry, Lakewood.
There's Buckeye Discus.
Eric Wallace, London. In 4th place, James Underwood, Lakewood. In 3rd place, Anthony Cunningham, Licking Valley. Our runner-up is Jason Campbell, Utica. And our 1999 champion with a toss of 131 feet even is Josh Little, Utica.
These guys got it together, doing a good job. Glenn Wilt on the microphone back there.
Main assignment for the girls Buckeye Division, 100 meters.
He was talking on it earlier, and we had to tell him, Glenn, you have to tone your voice down a little bit because you don't even need a microphone. I think he was thinking back to the times when we didn't have a microphone, and you have one now. So Glenn can talk normal and be heard clear to Coughlin Automotive, under the water tower. Okay, we're getting ready for the Buckeye 100-meter dash girls, and we have Florida from Utica. Okay, from Madison County we have Wilson from London, and that's on. Wilson is in lane 3. Wilson's going to be challenged today. She's been running away with most everything before. She's got her work cut out for her today. Stacy Vanover looks like she might, unless it's hard to tell. But I think, I'm not even going to think, I'm going to see where our starter goes to. It's going lane 6. What was that time?
Lane 2 will be Vanessa Shannon, Utica. In lane 3, Brooke Bussey, Licking Valley.
We'll get it later.
Wilson got the guy.
In lane 5, Gina Smith.
Wilson got second.
6, Ashley Wynan, London.
I missed the time.
Yeah, this is probably one of the few times she's really been pushed.
She's just 7th grader though.
Yeah. Kicking by. Miss Toya. What is her last name, Toya? Jones, Clark, Johnson? All right. Getting ready for the second section. Buckeye girls. We have, in Madison County, we have Winans from London.
Yeah, no, that's Jamie. She was sitting there with him.
Shannon from Utica. Bussey from Licking Valley. Schrock, Lakewood, and Smith from Bexley. And we have lane 3, Schrock. London's making a move. London's trying. See if I can pick it. I'm not sure who got that. We'll find out at the time of 14.7.
Final result in the girls Ohio Division 100-meter hurdles. In 6th place, we have Garlic from West Jefferson. 5th place,
London won that.
Madison Plains. In 4th place, Beth Tuttle, Washington Courthouse. In 3rd place, Jill Clark, Johnson Alder.
London won that section.
And our 1999 champion with a time of 18.2 seconds is Megan Blake, West Jefferson. Finals in the girls 100-meter hurdles, Buckeye Division. In 6th place, Sarah Yee, Bexley. In 5th place, Molly Miller, Bexley. They're tied for 3rd with Karen Shooter, Lakewood, and Ashley Wright, Lakewood. We had also had a tie for 1999 champions. We had a tie with Amy Winans, London, and Corey Wilson, London, with a time of 19.1 seconds. Lane assignments for the group 5th, Washington Courthouse. Lane 4, Ann Nicholas, Nichols, Grandview. Lane 5, Jody Palmer, Johnson Alder. And lane 6 is Ashley Jennison, Madison Plains.
So the ones from London, from Madison County, would be lane 1, Spazzilli, and lane 5, Madison Plains, Dennison. Jonathan Alder also from Jody Palmer, and lane 5. This is the Ohio Division 100-meter dash. And we have a race here. Jonathan Alder and Grandview are finishing a time of 13.8. First place goes to lane 4. Jonathan Alder.
Kristen Young, West Jefferson.
Second went to lane 5. Ashley Dennison, Madison Plains.
Lane 4, Brittany Carson, Grandview. Lane 5, Reagan Garrison, Washington Courthouse. And in lane 6, Sarah Leach, Madison Plains.
1 o'clock? The last one set scheduled for like 3 or 3:30. These guys got it together. They're moving right along real good. In section 2 of the Ohio Division, we have a runner from West Jeff named Young, lane 2, and Yantes from Jonathan Alder in lane 3, and Sarah Leach in lane 6 from Madison Plains. Those are Madison County runners to watch for. The only reason I'm saying that Madison County is because that's about the only area this cable, Channel 11, covers. So if I'm missing somebody who has relation to some of these other areas, maybe I should start going ahead and giving you all the names from all the schools. I'll do that. What do you think? We have a race. Got a good start with Plains. Sarah Leach is kicking out hard. It's going to be Sarah Leach and Parsons from Grandview. Sarah Leach. She's challenger. 14-3.
Final results in the
Lane 4.
Ohio Division 100
Garrison.
meter hurdle. 6th place, Garrett Miller, Madison Plains. In 5th place,
Sarah Leach, your winner.
Washington Courthouse. In 4th place, Ben Stopp, Grandview. In 3rd place, John Surratt, Grandview. Our runner-up is Tyler Arnold, West Jefferson, and our 1999 champion is Kyle Trenner, Washington Courthouse. Final results in the boys Buckeye Division 100 meter hurdle. In 6th place, Andrew Hamilton, Bexley. 5th place, Jimmy Davenport, Lakewood. 4th place, Cameron O'Reilly, Bexley. 3rd place, John Hibbler, Utica. Our runner-up is Nathan Smith, Lakewood. And our 1999 champion is John Hill, London. Lane assignment for the boys, Buckeye Division, 100 meter dash, section 1. In lane 2, Todd Hungerman, London. Lane 3, M.D. Cunningham, Licking Valley. Lane 4, Bobby Meek, Utica. Lane 5, John Izzo, Bexley. And in lane 6, Terry Hopper, Lakewood.
So there you have the runners, and like I say, we have Hungerman from London. In 2, Cunningham, Licking Valley, Meek, Utica, Izzo, Bexley, and Hoffer, Lakewood. In the Madison County, people to look for is in lane 1, Hungerman, and I believe that's all in this section. This is the Buckeye Division. We have a race here, and looks like we got a, whoa, who's that kid in lane 3? Meek from Utica, he's smoking. He picked up and just run away with this. Lane 4 with 11.8.
Lane assignments in section 2 of the boys Buckeye 100 meter dash final. Lane 2, Jenny
Bobby Meek from Utica.
Valley. Lane 3, Buckeye Jackson, London. Lane 4, Tyler Anderson, Utica. Lane 5, Ben Leckman, Bexley. And lane 6, Ray Childers, Lakewood.
Okay, there you have it. Kreider, Licking Valley, Jackson, London, Anderson, Utica, Lichman, Bexley, and Childers, Lakewood. Lane 1, London, is the only Madison County in this one. And that would be Monte Jackson.
Lane 3.
In lane 4, yeah, lane 3. I got them all sort of lane. So, time to beat will be 11.8. Runners to your mark, get set. We're just about ready to have a race here, folks. Clean start. And who we have? Litzman from Bexley. He's going to run away with it. This Bexley got some people coming up. We're going to chase down in football. He's going to finish in a time of 12.4.
Lane assignments in the 100 meter dash boys Ohio Division, section 1. In lane 2, West Lovejoy, Johnson Alder. Lane 3, Ryan Warner, West Jefferson. Lane 4, Nathaniel Spangler, Madison Plains. Lane 5, Jack Today, Grandview. Lane 6, Adam Keaton, Washington Courthouse.
Okay, we're in the Ohio section now. And we have Lovejoy, Johnson Alder in 2. Warner, West Jeff in 3. Spangler from Madison Plains in 4. Grandview, we have Monette in 5, and Keaton, Washington Courthouse in 6. Section 1. When you swing that, are you going wide and then back in, or just leave it? That's curious as what you're picking up. That's curious as what you're picking up. A lot of just grass or what?
I think I try to keep it on the trail.
Because as soon as he finishes the names, I'll just cut it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we have the runners in place. And lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. First 3 lanes, 2, 3, and 4 that is. They're not using lane 1 once again. They're not using lane 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing a runner. There's only 4 and it's showing 5. Mashing Plains. Is that boy so fast?
Yeah, he pulled it out.
He's struggling hard, but he's going to make it. Spangler, 12-3.
Man, that one guy had 11-8 in that first division.
Yeah. Yeah, that Ohio division is... that's our division. That's Buckeye division, yeah.
And lane 3, Travis Pratt, Madison Plains. Lane 4, Tyler Larkin, Grandview. Lane 5, Josh Whiting, Washington Courthouse. And then lane 6, Josh Cage, Johnson Holder.
He says while we're still up there.
Yeah, he's doing it so quick.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to...
And they're trying to get this meet run before the rain sneaks up on. We're supposed to have rain this afternoon, but I said a quick prayer this morning, and so far they've been answered. So, Potts in lane 3, Madison Plains. Jonathan Alder Page in lane 6. And it could be lane 6, 13 flat. Okay, our next race will be the 1,600 meter run, so we can just hang right where we're at.
Yeah, we're done.
And we'll take a little quick break here. This is Gary McNeil and Carl King once again bringing you the junior high first ever BAC finals at London. It's a new facility, the Hartley Complex. Check the flags. Have you got the flags flying up there yet? How about London? Name them flags, Carl. London, US of A. Is that serving our state flag? State flag. Where's my flag? We gotta get one up there for me, the Big Mac flag. And I'm not talking about McDonald's either. Okay.
Next lane. Alley 3, Mark Ford, next lane. Alley 4, Rizzy Kennedy, London. Alley 5, Jimmy Odie, London. Alley 6, Danielle Holblob, Utica. Alley 7, Shannon Holblob, Utica. Alley 8, Nicolette Smith, Lincoln County. And then Alley 9, Brittany Ford, Lakewood.
Yeah, we'll probably do the whole race. Me? Buckeye Division 1,600 meter run. What is that? Metric mile?
Yep.
Is that what Mr. Froning called it the other day? And I got a new terminology. It's not lane. He called it something else just a minute ago.
Check the tape.
That's 4 times around. He'll probably say it again. We have Kennedy from London and Odie from London. And that's all we have from Madison County in this race here.
Please report to the shot put area, please.
Odie steps up top once again, or Odie and Kennedy. They're running together, setting the pace. They've been running like this all season long. Odie's going to her favorite spot out front. And if you watch her, she'll keep that same pace. just about the whole race.
Whoa!
She holds quite a few records. That's something else about Dillard jumping 6'6", wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's a record there, and I think he's only 6'3", so he's on. That's kind of odd, not odd, but to look and see the bars over top of your head and you're jumping over top of it like that. He's got some hops, buddy. Audie's, I said Audie again. It just seems so easy to say Audie instead of Odie. I'm sorry, Miss Odie. Jamie Odie stretching out her lead. Right behind her is Ruthie Kennedy, both from London. I got to check on his terminology. What was that terminology change from lanes or what?
We changed it to alley. There's not 9 lanes on the track. It's not really an alley. They run an alley. Usually distance runners run an alley.
Okay. So that's
You could put 2 in the same lane.
What it was, the change was from lane call to alley, which means you can put 2 in the same lane. There's not line. There's only 8 lanes, and so you can put 2 in the same on long distance runs. So he calls it alley. So live and learn. If you live that long, kind of live long enough to learn it all, Carl. Probably forget it, won't I? And Odie, I remember that. Odie stretched her lead out. She was under 25, or 2 minutes and 5 seconds for the second time around.
That was 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
I didn't catch the whole thing. Was it that much?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be moving, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
2 minutes and 5. That'd mean 1 minute and 2.5 seconds per trip. That would definitely be a monstrous record. At 4 times around, we will do the whole car. We also have Madison County runners in the other division too. Jamie Odie stretching out. We have Kennedy is being challenged by, I believe it's Bexley, but I can't tell for sure. We have 2 blue shirts here, one Bexley and one Lakewood. I think it's Lakewood. Last time around for Odie, she was under 4:20 on that, Carl. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Wind's starting to pick up here a little bit. Feels pretty good. She's really stretched it out now. She's about 80 meters ahead of the pack. And folks, if you're not up front in the top 2 or 3, you probably won't be seen on the TV. Pull it and don't know it. What do you think, Carl? Was that good? Come on, tell me now. I don't want to break my cameraman's concentration over here. He's heavy into that monitor. Here comes Odie. And Kennedy's picking it up on the backstretch, coming around the final turn. Odie stretching out. Oh, he's going to finish in a time of 5 minutes and 46.8 seconds. And London runner Kennedy is going to finish a second place of 5 minutes and 58.6 seconds.
Run in lane 1. Alley 1 is Jackie Faust, Jonathan Alder. Alley 2, Crystal Baldwin, Jonathan Alder. Alley 3 is Lindsay Andrews, West Jefferson. Alley 4, Emma Avalos, Grandview. Alley 5, Megan Hiss, West Jefferson. Alley 6, actually, Beth Barnhill, Washington Courthouse. Alley 7, Lois Running, Madison Plains. Alley 8 is Catherine Instant, Grandview. And Alley 9, Kelsey Boyd, Washington Courthouse.
So, due to trying to be sure we have enough tape on the Ohio division, we will probably do the first and last laps. Unless there's something real close, we'll bring it in and let you see what's going on if there's some challenges. Otherwise, we won't be able to get the whole meet in. Runners are in place. In the first lane we have Jonathan Alder, Faust and Baldwin, and then we have West Jeff runner Anders, and we have a West Jeff runner Hiss. They are in the yellow and brown, and we have Madison Plains runner in yellow and green, Lois Wright. Plains in red, or Alder in red, West Jeff, yellow and brown, Plains, yellow and green.
Final results in the girls Ohio Division 100-meter dash. In 6th place, we had Lindsay Smith, Washington Courthouse. 5th place, actually Denison, Madison Plains. 4th place, Brittany Carson, Grandview. 3rd place, Sarah Lee, Madison Plains. Our runner-up is Jody Palmer, John Palmer, and our 1999 champion is Ann Nichols, Grandview. Final results in the Buckeye girls.
Here comes the results in the Buckeye girls 100-meter dash.
In 6th place is Charleston, Beckley. 5th place is Ashley Wyans, London. 4th place, Haley Chirac, Lakewood. 3rd place, Melissa Sims, Lakewood. Our runner-up is Javon Wilson, London. And our 1999 champion with a time of 13.7 seconds is Stacy Vanover, Licking Valley.
First time around, and we have
our champion time in the Ohio division was Ann Nichols Grandview with 13.8 seconds.
We have West Jeff and Plains runners right up there in the front.
100-meter dash. 6th place, Josh Lighting, Washington Courthouse. 5th place, Josh Page, Jonathan Alder. 4th place, Pat Monette, Grandview. 3rd place, Frank Keaton, Washington Courthouse. Our runner-up is West Lovejoy, Jonathan Alder. And our 1999 champion with a time of 12.3 seconds, Nathaniel Steinberg, Madison Plains. Final results in the boys Buckeye Division 100-meter dash. 6th place, Stewart of London. 5th place, Anthony Cunningham, Licking Valley. 4th place, Terry Hoffer, Lakewood. Third place, Ben Whiteman, Bexley. Our runner-up is John Izzo, Bexley. And our 1999 champion with a time of 11.8 seconds, Bobby Meek, Utica.
They're keeping it close, Carl. They're not going to give you a chance to go down, are they? We'll pick it up here, and then we'll pick up the fourth trip around. We have, what's his first name? Jordan Brock. He has a high jump of 6 foot, which is school record. Carl, that's, that looks like that's more than 6 foot there. Let's see if he can do it. I don't know, that girl was reaching awful high with that tape. Brock, can you make it? Nope, not this time. For the last time around, and leading the pack are West Jeff and Madison Plains, 2 Madison County runners. The rest of them are kind of strung out, I think. That one runner in the blue, I'm not sure she's going to make it all the way. And your leaders are way around the corner here. I'm not sure who they are, but I can give you the Madison Plains runner. Where are we at? Lowest right from Madison Plains. There's 2 West Jeff runners, so I don't know which one it is. It's either or either Anders or Hiss. Here comes Plains making their move. Got the Plains cheering section right down in front of us, so I'm sure you can hear them well. She's picking it up, turning on, Carl. I can put that in the books.
Down the track, back to the bullpen now. Back in the bullpen.
She finishes in a time of 6 minutes and 16.5 seconds. And here we got a race coming right here. West Jeff runner, challenging Jonathan Alder, 2 more Madison County people. How about that? Many field events, but the high jump pit's right in front of us, so you can pit this. It's Brock. Let's make another attempt. Oh, and he sailed it. I'm telling you, that's got to be right at 6 or higher. See how high that girl's reaching up over her head? Of course, how tall is she?
Brett Cooper, 11. Alley 2, Richard Reed, Mickey Valley. Alley 3, Brian Calveri, left Bexley. Alley 4, Chad Cleveland, Utica. Alley 5, Robert Talla, Mickey Valley. Alley 6, Miles Pound, Utica. Alley 7 is Dan Kittig, Lakewood. Alley 8, David Ball, Bexley. Alley 9, Frank Hammond, London. And Alley 10, Kyle Keller, Lakewood.
Okay, there you have it. And the runners to watch for from Madison County are Cooper, London, and Hammond, London. I'm running here. I don't know, but you got cloudiness. A bunch of them. And it's where? There's the cool too. Here we go. There, just in time, Carl, to say, here we go. Madison County runners, Cooper and Hammond. And it might be hard to pick them out because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people out there in red and white. Only 2 of them are from London. The wind's starting to pick up, Carl. Got some ugly clouds behind us. Not too bad. Should have had a couple runners on the back here from the backside too. Ooh, somebody either tripped over their own foot or somebody else's ankle. So we still got 2 hours. All's gotten quiet.
The girls 1,600 meter run by division. In 6th place was finished from Bexley. 5th place, Brittany Thorpe, Lakewood. 4th place, Nicholas Smith, Licking Valley. 3rd place, Jeffrey Corrigan, Lakewood. Our runner-up was Ruby Kennedy, London. And our 1999 champion with a time of 5 minutes, 46 and 8 seconds is Amy Rudy, London. Final results of the girls' Ohio Division 1,600 meter run. In 6th place is Chelsea Boyd, Washington White House. 5th place, Catherine Hempstead, Grandview. 4th place, Jackie South, John Mulder. 3rd place, Megan Hitt, West Jefferson. Our runner-up was Lucy Andrews, West Jefferson. And our 1999 champion with a time of 6 minutes, 16.5 seconds is Louis Wright, Madison County.
Well, how many times around's that, Carl? I've been doing a little paperwork.
This will be 3. That'll be the gun lap.
Getting ready for the gun lap. We've been running for 3 minutes and 20-something seconds so far. And out front, see if I can figure out who it is. Cooper from London crosses at gun lap at 4:20. 4:24, 4 minutes and 24 seconds. It's Hammond from London.
How high did Brock jump?
Brock? I don't know. I'm doing something. Should be a first call for it, Brock.
Okay, Carl, here we come around with the final turn. Out front we have Licking Valley. Lakewood's passing up Utica. And Lakewood's going to make a run for this if he keeps it. Can he make it, Carl? Can he make it? He's got a 2:20 run there. He's going to finish in a time of 5 minutes and 25.5 seconds.
Man, he come from way back.
We need the Buckeye boys. Buckeye boys soccer to report.
Where was he from? Had a fine finish here with Cooper there at the last.
Pass up to Cooper.
Alley 1 will be Drew Brown, Washington Courthouse. Alley 2, Adam Wilson, West Jefferson. Alley 3, Matt Cook, Madison Plains. Alley 4, Justin Xavier, John Alder. Alley 5, Jeff Smallwood, Washington Courthouse. Alley 6, Luke Gears, Madison Plains. Alley 7, Adam Stewart, Venue. Alley 8, Sean Mitchell, John Alder. Alley 9, West Quebec, Venue.
I'll leave it on. Trying to get some together here. Okay, Carl.
Just looking at the discus out there, look the way they got that mowed on.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, isn't it?
Throwing with the wind, too.
It might be a discus record. Okay. Got the boys Ohio run. Runners to watch will be Wilson, West Jeff, Cook from Plains, Napier from Jonathan Alder, Bishop, Jonathan Alder, Gears, Madison Plains. We got quite a few people from Madison County in this one. This is the boys' 1,600 meter run. West Jeff once again is in yellow and brown. Madison Plains, yellow and green. Jonathan Alder, red and black.
Who's that?
I don't know, but he went out there like a ball. You know he's running the 1,600 meter?
Final results in the boys Ohio Division, Scottswood. In 6th place, Jeff Hoffman, West Jefferson. In 5th place, Travis Hopkins, Washington Courthouse. In 4th place, Cole Seaver, Washington Courthouse. In 3rd place, West Lovejoy, John Alder. Our runner-up was Stephen Moore, Matthew, and our 1999 champion with a top 59 feet 11 inches is John Rock, Matthew.
That kid's from Lakewood, I think.
For those of you that have missed some of the field events that started prior to the running events, we'll recap some of those for you right now. Once again, I would remind everyone that these features results are posted down by the registration stand. But first of all, in the Scottswood Buckeye Girls Division, in 6th place was 17,000 Beckley. 5th place, Anita Stewart, Utica. In 4th place was Natasha Moore, Licking Valley. In 3rd place was Stephanie Clevenger, Licking Valley. Runner-up was Jennifer Borden, Lakewood. And the 1999 champion was Tiffany Nolendauer, Lakewood, with a top of 28 feet 5 inches. discus. Sixth place was Scott Summerford, West Jefferson. Fifth place, Darren Grandview. Fourth place was Stephen Miller, Grandview. Third place, Kim Hutland, West Jefferson. The runner-up was Colt Peter, Washington Courthouse. And the 1999 champion was Scott Summerford, Washington Courthouse, with a prize of 147 inches. In the boys, Buckeye Division football. In fourth place was Kurt Shaw, London. Third place, Ryan Pope, Lakewood.
Lakewood and Grandview Cats out front on this.
And the 1999 champion was Jimmy Davenport with a height of 7 feet 6 inches.
Pole vault, 7 feet 6 inches. That's only over a foot higher than Brock is jumping without a pole. I want to thank Mr. Wilt for giving us those results. They were finished before we was able to get started. Plus, by only being one person, two person, we can only be in one place at a time, and we aren't able to get out to the field events.
Results of the boys, Buckeye Division, 1,600 meters run. In the sixth place was Brett Cooper, London. And fifth place was David Ball, Bexley. Fourth place was Chad Cleveland, Utica. Third place was Kyle Pound, Utica. Our runner-up was Richard Reed, Singing Valley, and the 1999 champion with a time of 5 minutes 25.5 seconds was Kyle Geller, Lakewood.
Carl, the only difference in this and the BACs up at Delaware is the thrill of getting to go to a college stadium and run a college stadium. Other than that, this is laid out, and when this is finished, completely finished, I think we'll put that college stadium to shame. This is really a nice facility. It's unreal what you can do when people come together and make things work with no tax dollars. How many times is this? This is the gun lap?
Yeah. No, this is the thing.
I didn't hear the gun go off.
Yeah. I was able
Right on top of it, isn't he? And your winner will be finishing a time of 5 minutes, 11.8 seconds. And I believe he was from Lakewood.
Fifth place, John Kimber, Utica. Fourth place, Tyler Anderson, Utica. Third place, Nathan Smith, Lakewood. The runner-up is Kyle Schuhart, Lincoln Valley. And the 1999 champion with a jump of 5 foot, 8 inches, Jordan Brock, London.
Just a little bit short of his record.
Finals of the Ohio Division.
The wind's blowing in your face, too.
In sixth place was Britt Thomas, John Palmer. In fifth place, Adam Wilson, West Jefferson. Now a tie for third with Michael Caseman, West Jefferson, and Corey Moore, Washington Courthouse. Our runner-up is John Chirac, Grandview, and our 1999 champion with a jump of 5 foot 2 inches, John Lightning, Washington Courthouse.
George Lightning, Washington. Fast man.
Assignments for the girls, Buckeye Division 4 by 100 meter relay.
Getting ready to kick it off, ain't
In
we?
lane 2 will be Utica. Lane 3, Bexley. Lane 4, Licking Valley. Lane 5, London. And in lane 6, Lakewood.
For the girls, 4x1 100 meter relay. Lane 1, Utica. Lane 2, Bexley. Lane 3, Licking Valley. Lane 4, London. And Lane 5, Lakewood.
On your mark.
London's coming out of lane 4. Usually they have Wilson girl starting this, doesn't she? Is that her? Okay. Corey Wilson. See if they got the exchange any different. The two girls up top are making a little move there. Yeah. Get good exchange. Good exchange for. That's the best exchange I've seen them have this year, Carl.
Yep.
It's London and Lakewood right now. London's pulling out. Get another good exchange here. Good start, good move, good exchange. Both teams. Look like it might be the best splits they've had this year that I've seen. Oh, did you see how smooth that exchange was, Carl? Right in stride, and London's going to win this one here with a time of. It's going to be easy. And there comes Lakewood picking up like strong, too. London finishes with a time of 57.5. I believe Lakewood come in at a strong second. That was some really good exchanges. I don't know if they changed anybody or not, but it was really smooth. 57.5.
Assignment for the girls 4x100 meter relay Ohio division. In lane 2 will be Madison Plains. Lane 3, West Emerson. Lane 4, Grandview. Lane 5, Johnson Alder. And in lane 6, Washington Courthouse.
So the Madison County teams to watch will be in lane 2, lane 3, lane 5. Madison Plains, West Jeff, Johnson Alder. 4x1 relays, girls Ohio division. London won the Buckeye division in a time of 57.5.
I'd say it was probably one of their better races all year.
The exchanges were great.
Yep.
Matter of fact, every one of them. But this last one was really smooth. Looked like it was right in stride when the girl threw her arm back. And when the other one threw her arm up, boom. It was almost, from my angle, it really looked good. But all exchanges were really improved. And then basically that's what it's about. These other races are minor compared to what this is all about here. When they have them in the earlier season is getting ready and seeing who, you know, you get to this part of the season and you're not going to maybe not see the same people that you've been seeing run, you know, 3 or 4 events or meets prior to this. It's up to the coaches to pick out what team persons work together the best. So we're looking at Plains, West Jeff, and Johnson Alder from Madison County. Grandview and Washington Courthouse. There's exchange here. John Nalder, but who's that coming up tight? That's, I believe, Grandview, but I'm not sure. Grandview on the inside. Bad exchange. Right now it's John Nalder. We got a race here, Carl. See what kind of finish we got. And Grandview Cats. Alder dropped the baton. Grandview Cats out for, no, who is the Cats? Portion Courthouse. Courthouse with a time of 56.4. That's faster than the Buckeye division.
By results in the boys, Ohio Division 1600 meter run. In sixth place was Justin Napier. Tom Alder. Fifth place, Wes Brubeck. Matthew. Fourth place was Drew Brown.
Had disqualification there. Alder dropped the baton. And that makes it sick to run this, go this far, get to the finals and have that slip up. It can happen to anybody. It takes a lot of work. Okay, we're getting ready for the boys, Buckeye division.
The boys, Buckeye division 4x100 meter relay. In lane 2, Utica. Lane 3, Licking Valley. Lane 4, Bexley. Lane 5, London. And in lane 6, Lakewood.
Madison County team to watch for is only one, London. And we have, leading off will be Darren Sanders and Dave Stewart, Josh Dillard, and Todd Hungerman will be bringing up the, okay, what work can I use on this, Carl? Help me, help me, help me. I'm not going to use one then. You didn't upset me. But Todd, you do your best to be out front when it's time. I'll tell you what, to start out, these boys weren't winning any meets, were they?
What?
The junior high boys weren't winning any meets this first few meets.
They've really improved.
And all of a sudden, it's just come out of nowhere. Who are the two coaches? Coach King and Shoemaker. Coach King, Coach Shoemaker have done a fine job with these junior high boys. Look at them dirty clouds over there. As long as they stay over there, we're okay.
Gentlemen, stand at the clock.
Buckeye boys, 4x1.
Said stand.
Yeah, a few of them had got in his stance, didn't he?
On your mark.
He's ready to fire out there.
Hey, kid. Don't do that.
Set.
Yep, bring him up.
He said set.
And they,
Gentlemen, stand at the clock.
What's going on here? I'm late in the year, not know how to get the clocks.
On your mark.
8th graders, Carl. Junior high. That'd be 7th and 8th, though, wouldn't it? Who knows? Might be some 7th graders. London's in lane 4. Or lane 5. Not using lane 1. That's Sanders. Good hand reader. Oh, how about that, Carl? Was that sweet? Somebody's been working with them on handoffs. Let's see how this one works. Here comes handoff to Dillard. Put your arm back. Hey, lay it right in hand. Dillard's stretching, but he got a long-legged boys to chase. That's his only problem, is being so short-legged. But he's got a perfect form. Here we go. And up front in lane 2 is Utica. London's going to finish 5th, I believe. Utica in a time of 49.6. .49 seconds, Utica. But the exchanges have improved. You like the way they look like they almost went into a pose there, Carl, stretch back.
Russell usually runs the, remember got hurt out of the
Yeah,
He wasn't able to run. Something
Really?
Yeah, when he fell.
Really? I know he took quite a fall down there at Plains. I was surprised he got up as quick as he did. He's a tough young man. Okay, here we go. The Ohio Division, 4x1. Lane 1, we have West Jeff. Lane 2, Grandview. Lane 3, Madison Plains. Lane 4, Washington Courthouse. And Lane 5, Jonathan Alder. I didn't hear him announce the lanes on this one. Did he? All this paperwork and calculus and stuff I got to do up here, it kind of
Taxes your brain.
Yeah, and don't get no tax money. Don't you just love me out there, folks?
Here today.
Having a little problems getting.
Inspector, West Jefferson's to be in lane 2. Make sure West Jefferson is in lane 2.
Oh, man. Boy, that'd been something, wouldn't it? Keep running around the goddamn wrong way.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
They're not using lane 1.
Right.
We got the white flag, Carl.
Gentlemen, stand at your block.
Boys Ohio Division. Jeff in 1. Plains in 3. Alder in 5. That means Jeff's in 2. Plains in 4. And Alder in 6. They have it marked down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they're not using lane 1. You'd think by now I'd know the difference, wouldn't you? Oh, I don't. Hey, look at inside lane there. Jeff is kicking out strong. So what kind of exchange they get? Good exchange. But I'm looking at Plains out top. They got some long-legged fellas. Alder, right. They're slowing down.
Oh, man. Wasn't really good.
Bad exchange. Uh-oh. Here comes Grandview challenging him.
Man.
This is going to be a race, Carl. Grandview might be up top right now. Good exchange. Oh, no. Alder's pouring it on. Alder, Grandview. All three of them. West Jeff's right in there with them. 50.2 seconds. Let's see who goes where she goes. Lane 6. Alder.
Bad handoffs and still one.
Uh-huh.
Guess the guy can move now.
Who got second? Where's he at? He didn't put a shirt on. Lane 5.
Fourth place, Utica. Third place, Licking Valley. Our runner-up was the team from Lakewood, head by 1999. Champion with a time of 57.5 seconds. The team from London.
Right on it, ain't
The
it?
Ohio girls 4x100 meter relay final. In fourth place, Madison Plains. Third place, West Jefferson. The runner-up was Washington Courthouse, and the 1999 champion with a time of 56.4 seconds. The team from Grandview.
Grandview's in the blue, aren't they?
Grandview has a blue, but it's it says
Lane assignments for the girls Buckeye Division 400 meter dash. Section 1.
that Bexley right there.
Lane 2, Brenda Klein, Utica.
That's Lakewood.
Lane 3, Jessica.
Lakewood has a blue.
Valley. Lane 4,
Courthouse has a blue.
Lane 5, Alexis Kroll, Lakewood. And in lane 6, Cleveland Faulkner, London.
400-meter dash. Girls, Buckeye Division. Klein, Bartimus, Meyer, Crowell, and Faulkner. London will be in lane 5.
How many regional sections do we have?
2 sections. London's getting off to a fairly slow start here. Reeland Faulkner. Right now they're running a 3rd spot. Up front, I believe, is Bexley. Meyer, that's at Bexley. It's up front, the color you was asking about. She's being challenged by Licking Valley. Or Lakewood. She's being challenged by Lakewood. Crowell. Nope, she was being challenged. That's Bexley up top. She's going to finish in a time of 1 minute, 6.2 seconds. That's section 1. Section 2 from London will be Vanessa Timmons.
Buckeye Division 4x100 meter relay. In 4th place, London. 3rd place, Bexley. Runner-up was Lakewood. And the 1999 champion with a time of 49.6 seconds, the team from Utica. Final results in the boys Ohio Division 4x100 meter relay. In 4th place, Rex Jefferson. 3rd place, Maz Plain. Our runner-up was Washington Courthouse. And the 1999 champion with a time of 15.2 seconds, the team from John Alder. Lane assignment for the girls Buckeye Division 400 meter dash, section 2. In lane 2, Savannah Bureau, Licking Valley. Lane 3, Charlotte Boyce, Utica. Lane 4, Jill Bennett, Bexley. Lane 5, Vicky Stevens, Lakewood. And in lane 6, Vanessa Timmons, London.
We got that high lane in both races, in both sections. Which means you just got to get out there and smoke from the get-go, huh? Yeah. Be kicking up dust. I'm surprised I don't see John Thomas here. Maybe he just follows the varsity from Morrison Courthouse. We have a race. Let's see if she kicks it in when she sees somebody come out close to her. That's Vanessa Timmons from London in the red and white. Lakewood is Nikki Stevens right beside her. And then Jill Bennett from Bexley. Looked like we had a scratch here, Carl. They told us at the beginning of the race you can scratch, but you can't add to it or change somebody to a different race. Everything is already on the books, and that's where it's going to be. Right now, London is in a comfortable lead. That's Vanessa Timmons. See if anybody's got any pep here at the last. Going to finish in a time of 1 minute and 9.9 seconds. London.
Final result.
Vanessa Timmons.
Girls Buckeye Division discus. In 6th place was Betsy Eckel, Bexley. 5th place, Gina D. Webb, Utica. Fourth place, Hannah Stewart, Utica. Third place was Jennifer Fort Lakewood. The runner-up is Angie Petty, Lakewood, and the 1999 champion with a throw of 77 feet 4 inches, Natasha Fuller, Licking Valley. Lane assignments for the girls, Ohio Division 400-meter dash. In lane 2, Sarah Eddington, Madison Plains. Lane 3, Katie Elder, Grandview. Lane 4, Christine Rucker, West Jefferson. Lane 5, Kazumi Kazaza, Washington Courthouse.
How about that name? I'd have got that good, wouldn't I? Kazumi Kazaza.
Better leave that alone.
Oh no, I'd have pronounced that perfect.
Been all over that one.
From Washington Courthouse. Kazumi. No, look, that's just plain as day. Kazumi Kazaza. I'd have wore that name.
Everything but that.
I'd have wore that name out. And we have Plains, West Jeff, and Jonathan Alders. That'd probably be lane 2, 4, and 6. Nope, we got another scratch in this race too. So we have Jonathan Alder in red. There's no Plains runner out there. Washington Courthouse, not Washington Courthouse, but Madison, West Jeff. One of these days I'm going to say the right word. There's only 5 of them. I should get one of them, huh? I got that wrong too, because there's only 4 out there. Got 5 names here, but only 4 runners. I am getting better every single day. Sometimes I can't stand myself, so I know you can't stand me. Uh-oh, it's going to be a race coming down the finish here, John Alder. But here comes West Jeff making a move. Can she do it, Carl? Does she have time? She does. She's got time, Carl. West Jeff. It's going to be close. Oh, close. Let's see what happens here. Time of 1 minute and 11.
Where they stand.
Where'd the winner go? Lane 5.
For the girls Ohio Division 400-meter dash, section 2.
6.
In lane 2 will be Ashley Pennington, Madison Plains. Lane 3,
Jonathan Alder.
King, Grandview. Lane 4, Megan Powers, West Jefferson. Lane 5, Kiki Sato, Washington Courthouse.
Uh-oh, I got that one too.
Jonathan Alder.
Section 2, Ohio girls.
What?
Key Sato. I'd have got that one right too.
You had a problem with King. How you gonna get that right?
It's 1:02. We're right on, pretty much on schedule, I believe. The rain's not doing it till about 3:30. That's the time the last race is scheduled. Pretty nice crowd. Madison Plains in 1. In lane 2, and West Jeff's in lane 4. Jonathan Alder's in the red.
We need the Buckeye Girls Division to report to the long jump, please. Buckeye Girls, please report to the long jump.
That wind is pretty strong coming around that corner there. You see them see their hair blowing, they start slowing down, fighting that wind in that last curve, or last turn. It curves in car racing, isn't it? West Jeff's moving on out. Looks like it's going to be West Jeff. Grandview making a move up front. It's West Jeff, and she don't see the girl sneaking up on her.
Whoa!
1:14.7.
Almost got beat.
1 minute and 14.7 seconds. West Jeff.
You run against the other heat anyway, so you...
Yeah, you run against the other heat. Yeah, first.
The lane assignments for the boys Buckeye Division 400-meter dash. Section 1. In lane 2, Joey Shepard, Licking Valley. Lane 3, Chucky Randolph, Lakewood. Lane 4, George Brock, London. Lane 5, DJ Charity, Bexley. And in lane 6, Jason Taylor, Utica.
I'd have got all them names right too. There's no tough ones in there. I've been practicing.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I've been home practicing.
You doing reading a dictionary?
Yeah, just look up a crazy word in the dictionary. And, there's one, epididymitis. Checked it out on the internet. Perfect. Said it just perfect. I don't even have the internet. My wife's in the process of hooking up to the internet now. Oh, the clock went off, Carl. What'd you do, set it to go off for an hour? The boys, Jordan Brock in lane 3, London. That's your Madison County favorite.
On your marks. Set.
This Brock's a horse. He's moving out pretty fast. Coming out strong. But he's got some competition back there.
Who's that, Bexley?
Man, them colors throw you.
Bexley's in our division, aren't they?
It's either Licking Valley or Bexley. Could be, it's probably Bexley. Yes, it's Bexley. There was a challenge there for a little bit. Here's where Brock would excel running straight.
Pump his arms, he's starting to move. Brock's got to move. You got to move, Brock. Keep it going. Good job, man.
Yeah, that's Bexley. Jordan Brock, he just gets stronger and stronger. He's stretching it out. He's going to win it in a time of, don't slow up, 56.7. Jordan Brock.
58 there Wednesday.
He's cutting his time down more. Well, he's getting more. Yeah, that win on that turn.
In fourth place was Robert Fabio, Licking Valley. In third place, Marcus Russell, London. Our runner-up was Dustin Denon from London. And our 1999 champion with a throw of 37.8 inches is James Underwood, Lakewood.
We got 2 places
Lakewood.
in there.
Yeah, second and third.
For Section 2 of the Buckeye Division 400-meter dash. In lane 2 is Mike Tanner, Licking Valley. In lane 3, John Robb, Lakewood. Lane 4, Matt Russell, London. Lane 5, Kevin Skolnick, Bexley. And in lane 6, Tim Weigel, Utica.
What was this time? 56 what?
56.7. That's the time to beat to win the division. The Buckeye division, that is.
On your marks.
Oh, he twisted his ankle when he took off. Russell did.
You're a kid.
It looked like he twisted sideways, about the third step. He got some competition there in lane right above him from Bexley. Bexley's stepping out there pretty good. Yeah, Bexley's got, we're going to have a big fight here for second place, Carl. Fight for third now. Finishing time of 59.5.
He might have got third.
That wind is getting strong. What's going on back there? 400 meter dash, boys, Ohio.
Lane 3, Jeremy Trott, Matthew. Lane 4, Justin Giselle, John Waller. Lane 5, Josh Garrett, Madison Plain. And lane 6, Corey Moore, Washington Woodhouse.
So the people who are watching this one here, Madison County, is Jake Johnson from West Jeff, Justin Roselle, Jonathan Alder, and Josh Garrett from Madison Plains. Moving right along. How many more races, Carl?
Okay, gentlemen, stand at your box.
Oh. Look at that. You got that? That's yours, Gary? You got yards on that.
I didn't put that on there.
That's not yours?
No.
Oh, man. 440.
That
Well, she's putting it down so the older folks would know what it was,
Yes.
since it's changed.
It's like the metric system. You got to convert it back so you know what you're talking about.
Right. But I know what I'm talking about. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Up top right now we have Washington Courthouse, Corey Moore. I do know that. Jonathan Alder's running a third right now. With the stagger, it could change. Madison Plains in second. West Jeff in fourth. The stagger hadn't changed much except for a quarter. West Jeff is moving up on Plains. Plains is giving her a shot. He might, Carl. He ain't giving up. Yeah, he ain't. He killed him right there. Oh, wait. Go. Oh, is that 1 minute flat? 1:06. 1 minute flat, I believe.
Here are the final results of the Buckeye Girls 100 meter dash. In sixth place, Alexis Kroll, Lakewood. I'm sorry, that's wrong. In sixth place,
Where was he from?
Lakewood. Fifth place, Freeland, Faulkner, London. Fourth place, Julie, Hellman, Bexley. And third place, Vanessa Timmons.
Courthouse.
Our runner-up is Alexis Kroll, Lakewood. And our 1999 champion with a time of 66.2 seconds is William Meyer, Bexley. Lane assignment for Section 2, the boys Ohio Division 400 meter dash. In lane 2, Nick Petlin has the Plains. Lane 3, Satega, Ohio. Grandview. Lane 4, Tim Moore, John Alder. Lane 5, Curtis Painter, Washington Woodhouse. And in lane 6 is Jack Peters, West Jefferson.
So the lanes to watch is Madison County area. Lane 1, Plains. Lane 4, Orr, Alder. Lane 6, Peters, West Jeff. And again, we're missing a runner. Somebody's, like you say, tying the beat is 1 minute. That's moving around pretty good.
Well, Mark got it in.
Yeah, 56. I don't know what I was thinking about. I seen that minute. I said, whoa, minute? Minute flat? That almost catches me. Almost. My dad told me a while back you hear so much big stink about running the 100 under 10, and he swears that he did it under 10 back in his day, and that was 50 years ago, 60 years ago. And the winner by a time of 1 minute and 3.2 seconds is Jonathan Alder.
20, he means we can do it. The 40 is too much.
How's the time looking?
35.
So that gives us an hour. If that's accurate, at 2:40.
Here's the.
You're at a lane assignment for the girls Buckeye Division 4x200 meter relay. And lane 2 will be Bexley. Lane 3, Utica. Lane 4, Lincoln Valley. Lane 5, Lakewood. And then lane 6, London.
Did you get that? London will be running out of lane 6. Madison County. Bexley in 1 and 2, Utica in 3, Licking Valley in 4, and Lakewood in 5. Now we got a different color for, okay, 2. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking at where they're standing.
The other division's going first now. That's not our division, that's the other division.
This is Buckeye Division. They just finished 400. Now we're going to 4x2.
London ain't out there. Are you really are?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what you just called off. Come on, Carl. It's getting late in the day. And my stomach's growling. I'm hungry. Go ahead and look at it. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry. Don't mix me up any more than Glenn Wilt is.
Turtle crew needs to stand by as soon as we have these 2 4x200 relays, 200 meter hurdles.
Somebody said he was down at a concession stand talking to Glenn, and he's getting a diet pop. And you looked at his stomach, talking about it's a little bit too late for that. He said he's going to get us back over the loudspeaker system. I haven't heard him get you back yet. I might remind him. I never said it. You said it. I wasn't even down there. He'll put me in the middle of it, get me knocked out. Of course, I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
You're an easier target to hit, though.
Big butterfly and more like an elephant. Sting like a gnat.
Stand at your block.
4x2. Lane 1 Bexley, 2 Utica, or lane 2 Bexley. I wonder why they're not using lane 1.
On your mark.
That just throws me off all the way around.
Use inside of the track.
I might check it out. That's some more strategy that I don't know about. Did you check that out, strategy? Yeah. London's runner looked like to get a short. Now she looks like she's kicking. She started out like a gallop. Now she sees somebody coming.
Keep running.
London and Lakewood, see who makes the first exchange. They got a long way to go to make the exchange. Don't seem fair, does it? Yeah, good stretch for exchange. Exchange in 10 seconds flat.
Don't look behind you.
You ain't kidding.
Get off of the line. We don't get disqualified. You went over the line.
One step over the line. She's still running on the line. Look at this. I'm not sure she knows what lane she's in. She's been over across the line quite a bit. Gonna reach it?
Did a red flag go up?
No. Uh-oh. Here comes, who's in the red shirt? Must be Utica. Look at those little short choppy steps, Carl. You talking about short choppy steps. London's still stretching. I can't do that. He's in the red shirt. I'm going to pick that up when I come around here.
Wait on her, man. What?
Did you get it?
Finally.
Put a lot of pressure on the London runner. See if we can pick up that close-up on that 3 runners. Who's that in front? Lakewood. London's giving it a try. Don't have enough room. They're going to finish it in a time of 2 minutes and 7.5 seconds. Still got another Ohio division.
In lane 2 will be West Jefferson. Lane 3, Washington Courthouse. Lane 4, John Mulder.
Yeah, we'll pick up some time when they set up the hurdles. We're going into the Ohio division now. I didn't check to see who won that race. Who is that red team? Who is that masked person? See if I can see another color shirt down here with it on. Alder's not in our division, so it can't be them. Somebody else is in red. Lakewood's in blue. What's Licking Valley in? Utica? Might be Utica. Madison County runners teams watching this are West Jeff in 2, Jonathan Alder in 4, Madison Plains in 6.
On your mark. Set.
Alder's kicking out pretty strong. Alder's really making up some stagger time there. Is that the right way to say that, making up stagger time?
Yep.
Because even though you're doing that, you don't cut in anywhere. So is it really a stagger? Alder's out front, real strong.
We're going to the boys 201st.
We didn't get any disqualification in that last race, so, or last section. Get that right. Alder, Madison Plains. Do they have to hand off before they get to him?
They got to place it on the track. He's looking hard, ain't he? Pants are looking hard.
I know it.
They made it.
He gave him a white flag. Alder's just walking away with this one. We got a race for, second and third and fourth maybe. Alder got a kind of a slow exchange there. But they got time to waste. This is the Ohio division going for the champion. And it's Alder. You think maybe some of them lines might look all the same when they come around that corner?
I don't know.
With all those extra starting lines? Alder's going to finish in a time of 1 minute, 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 2.2 seconds. Jonathan Alder. Okay, guess we can take a short break.
All right.
Wait for the hurdles to be set up. See who got second. They get off the track quick. Beat this rain if it's coming. That's the girls' hurdles?
Final result in the girls Ohio division.
Now we start on first now. It's our division.
Sixth place was Steve Vito, Washington Courthouse. And fifth place was Jennifer Janice Randu. Fourth place was Megan Bowers, West Jefferson. Third place was Suzumi Kazanda, Washington Courthouse. Roselle.
Mess me
The
up.
runner-up was Christine Rucker, West Jefferson. And the 1999 champion with a time of 71.2 seconds was Amber Murphy, Johnson Alder. Results of the boys Ohio Division 400 meter dash. In sixth place was Jeremy Trott, Grandview. Fifth place, Tim Orr, Johnson Alder. Fourth place was Jake Johnson, West Jefferson. In third place was Justin Roselle, Johnson Alder. The runner-up was Josh Garrett, Madison Plains. And the 1999 champion with a time of 60 seconds flat was 44, Washington Courthouse. Results of the boys 400 meter Buckeye Division. In sixth place was John Robb, Lakewood. In fifth place was Joey Shepard, Licking Valley. In fourth place, Ben Weigel, Utica. In third place, TJ Charity, Bexley. The runner-up was Ben Leichman, Bexley. And the 1999 champion was 56.7 seconds.
My black hat's a winner hat. Right, it would have worked today. Okay, we're getting ready for the boys 200 meter low hurdles. Section 1 Buckeye Division. I guess that's where they're going to run it. And for London, we have to watch for lane 4 John Hill. We have Bexley in 1, O'Reilly, Shepherd, Licking Valley in 2, Parrish, Lakewood in 4th lane, and Elmer and Utica in the last lane. Scratch lane 1. We're starting lane 2, 3. John's way up high, so he's going to have to. Uh-oh. He got kind of a high jump on that one, Carl. He's got to pick it up now. I believe that's Lakewood out front. Lakewood out front. And Hill across the line of the what's that? What is that? 29 flat. In the last.
Final results in the girls Buckeye Division 4x200.
Looked like he did to me.
In fourth place was Bexley. Third place, London. The runner-up was Lakewood. And
She go to Hill.
Champion with a time of 2 minutes 7.5 seconds. The team from Licking Valley.
I feel rain.
Results of the 4x200 meter relay for the Ohio Division girls. In fourth place, Grandview. Third place, Madison Plains. Second place, Washington Courthouse. And the 1999 champion with a time of 2 minutes 2.2 seconds. The team from Johnson Alder. Lane assignments for section 2 of the boys Buckeye Division 200 meter low hurdles. In lane 2, Brian.
What we're going to do is start raining here, Carl.
Lane 3, Casey Klingenspitz.
I don't know what you want to do, but I'm going inside.
Yeah.
You're going to have to.
Lakewood, lane 5, Andrew Hamilton, Bexley, and in lane 6, Andy Holla, Utica.
And we'll get this race here. This is section 2. In London is Brian Robertson, lane 2, Casey Klinksmith, Licking Valley, Davenport, Lakewood, Hamilton, Bexley, and Hollis, Utica. Time to beat is 29 seconds. Oh! 32 seconds on that one. I think we should move inside. Because it's getting ready to get us. I don't know how we're going to do it. No.
Kyle Trenner, Washington Courthouse. Lane 5, Tyler Arnold.
No, let's get inside. It's starting to rain. Are you up, Carl?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me run down and get another tripod. Just repeat the commentary. This is right behind you. How's that? Okay, we're back up. I don't know if you can hear me or not. You're not plugged in now.
Look at all pictures.
Here are the final results of the girls Ohio Division 200-meter hurdles. In sixth place, Colleen Creamer, Madison Plains. In fifth place, Tiffany Adams, Madison Plains. In fourth place, Stephanie Ruggles, Washington Courthouse. In third place, Tricia Wiles, John Oliver. Our runner-up was Megan And our 1999 champion with a time of 33.9 seconds is Ann Nichols, Grandview.
Whoa!
What am I doing?
It was just wrapped, quarters wrapped.
Final results of the girls Buckeye Division 200 meter hurdles.
Is that what you want right there?
Jamie Ferris, Utica. Fifth place, Amy Blank, London. Fourth place, Ashley White, Lakewood. In third place was Wynn Meyer, Bexley. Our runner-up was Jamie Dawson, Utica. And our 1999 champion with a time of 33.7 seconds, Jamie Odie, London.
What are we into here now?
Final results of the boys Buckeye Division 200 meter hurdles. In sixth place is Lee Sattler, Washington Courthouse. In fifth place was Dan Stott, Grandview. In fourth place was Josh Ridge, John Muller. In third place was Jared Mill, Madison Plains. Our runner-up was Tyler.
Okay, who we got out front? Is Brock in this?
And our 1999 champion with a time of 20.
Darren Sanders? Am I coming through okay?
Washington.
Just quick move inside. Darren Sanders.
200 hurdles, Buckeye Division. In sixth place was Dan.
That little bit of rain chases off, and it's probably going to quit.
In fifth place, Andrew Hamilton, Bexley. In fourth place, Cameron Riley, Bexley. In third place is Joey Shepard, Licking Valley. Our runner-up was Josh Parrish, Lakewood, and our 1990.
You said Sanders out front for London? 800 meter run.
It's John Hill, London.
In a time of 2 minutes, 27.3 seconds. After all that running downstairs and chasing down different tripods and stuff to get out of the rain. Carl, you was able to keep the camera rolling 90% of the time. I almost rolled down those steps. Shape on me and I'll die trying to get down them steps.
Here are the assignments for the Bowling Buckeye Division 800 meter run. In alley 1 will be Matt Cook of Madison Plains. In alley 2, Dustin Nicker, John Oliver. Alley 3, Matt Thompson, Grandview. Alley 4, Ken Carter, John Oliver. Alley 5 will be Jeff Baldwin, Washington Courthouse. Alley 6 will be Matt Kemper, Madison Plains. Alley 7 will be Drew Brown, Washington Courthouse. And alley 8 will be Adam Cooley, Grandview. Alley 9, Josh Jacob, West Jefferson. And alley 10, Michael Hicks, West Jefferson.
Michael Hiss. Turn your ears up.
It's going tough.
Try and get where I can get crowd noise too.
You're getting some noise.
On you, huh? Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
And you can see okay?
Yep.
All right, that's the bottom line. What are we in here? Still an 800 meter run?
Yeah.
Boys Ohio Division.
Right.
And we have Cook from Plains, Napier from Johnson Alder, Carter from Johnson Alder, West Jeff, we have Jacobs, and Michael Hiss from West Jeff. Didn't try to go out the window and you did it?
That's that guy that run the 1600, I think.
Kind of rough.
Man.
Work you to death on this.
Here comes somebody running.
Not saying much, Carl, because ain't much to say right now until we get back in here on what's going on. Man.
It's tough filming this way.
I know I'm going to try to figure out something out here. This is second division in
Right.
1600. 800.
16.
800.
I mean 800, yeah. You know what I meant.
You got to say what you mean and mean what you say. I'm going to try something else in a minute. What we got up next after that? The boys 200-meter dash.
The girls got to run this race. 800.
Okay. Yeah, they got to swim back and forth on this.
Go down.
Let's try something here. This is the girls, right? Buckeye Division?
Yep. 18 or 800.
800-meter run, Buckeye Division. For Madison County, we have London Girls Faulkner and Kennedy. Sorry.
There are results of the girls Ohio Division distance. In 6th place was Cassidy Armstrong, Washington Courthouse. 5th place was Nikki Foley, Grandview. In 4th place,
Got a good start there. London Girls taking it to the top. That's Kennedy, isn't it?
Yep.
Kennedy up top. She's been running pretty strong all season.
and the 1999 champion with the throw, 79 feet 9 inches, was Beth Chilton's Grandview.
They took our spot as soon as we left out here.
Oh yeah, that's about, well, the camera's sitting out farther back up underneath the lift, it's not too bad. But when the camera's sitting right out there, it's really slowed down. But this stuff costs too much money to get tore up. Got Kennedy still up top. She's being challenged by Lakewood. And here comes, I believe it's Utica. Utica's going to the top.
We have scoring for 12 minutes. First of all, Buckeye Division girls. Utica, 19 points. Dexter, 30 points. Liquid Valley, 51 points. London, 74 points. And Lakewood, 82 points. And the Ohio Division. With 48 points, we have John Howard. With 49 points, we have West Jefferson. With 51 points, we have Washington Courthouse. With 54 points, we have Grandview. And also with 54 points, we have Madison Plains. Scoring for the Buckeye Division boys.
Yeah, they started her kick. She's off the track, ain't she?
It looks like it.
What in the world? Jeez!
She was off track, didn't it?
She's off the track big time. What in the world?
It's a long-legged girl coming after her. She's got a kick, too. kind of hard to beat them long legs. Going to finish in a time of 2 minutes, 46.1 seconds. We got a second. I gotta get the Ohio girls run. Yeah, she looked like she was off the track to me.
She was right out there in the gravel. Or I guess that's not gravel. In the world. I didn't know how she passed that girl on the inside. That's
And now we want to go get that one. Now they do, we'll be making care of the Washington Courthouse. Alley 3, Steve Rucker, Alley 4, Madison Plain. Alley 5, Washington Courthouse. Alley 6, I guess. Alley 7, Stephanie Westover, Grandview. Alley 8, Michelle Swope, John Oliver. And Alley 9, Catherine Hanstar, Grandview.
Walk right in there. Okay, let's give her another shot. I'm right away at your monitor. It's kind of hard not to be.
you know better than that.
Oh boy. We have Barr from West Jeff and we have Rucker from West Jeff. Madison Plains we have Wright. And from Jonathan Alder we have Baldwin and Swope. Those are the ones to watch for in the Madison County Division, Madison County area. 800-meter Ohio run, girls division.
In 6th place, Campbell, Utica.
Got that real
Fourth place was Tyler Bennett from London. In 3rd place, Richard Reed, Licking Valley. Our runner-up was Aaron Friedberg, Bexley. And our 1999 champion with a time of 2 minutes, 27.3 seconds was Darren Sanders, London.
Kind of lose the crowd noise when you come in here. Where we at? Got Plains running a distant 5th. West Jeff, and then Jonathan Alder.
Once again here for scoring 212 events in the girls Buckeye Division with 19 points for Utica, 30 points Bexley, 51 points Licking Valley, 74 points London, 82 points Lakewood in the girls Ohio Division. John Alder 48 points, West Jefferson 49 points, Washington Courthouse 51 points, Grandview 54 points, and also with 54 points was Madison Plains.
Plains is right up there in the hunt in the 3rd division.
The boys Buckeye Division with 29 points Licking Valley, 41 points Bexley, 55 points Utica, 63 points London, and Lakewood with 69 points. The Ohio Division with 31 points Madison Plains, 36 points Jonathan Alder, West Jeff 39.5 points, Grandview 47 points, and Washington Courthouse 103.5 points.
Courthouse is running away with it, ain't they? One more lap. West Jeff and no, it's finishing. West Jeff finished second. Kansas finished third. We got to fight for points for fourth. West Jeff was pushing for it, didn't quite make it. Now our next race is what? 200 meter dash?
Yeah.
And that, how much time we got?
2:10, 2:11.
2:11. We got 1, 2, 6, 8 sections of the 200 meter dash.
In 6th place was Matt Kimbler of Madison Plains. In 5th place,
You better go down.
Jonathan Oliver. In 4th place was Matt Thompson, Grandview. In 3rd place was Drew Brown, Washington Courthouse. Our runner-up was Adam Kulik, Grandview, and our 1999 champion with a time of 2 minutes, 18.8 seconds is Jeff Smallwood, Washington Courthouse.
Division 200 meter dash.
London. And lane 6 will be John Izzo, Bexley.
Buckeye Division boys. We're looking at Jordan Brock from London in lane 4. That's the only Madison County entry in this section of the 200 meter dash. I'm about to get some remote controls going out so you don't have to reach clear out the window trying to reach the thing. And here we have a race. It looks like Brock is kicking out to the front. Is somebody in front of him? I can't tell. Sure is, isn't he? That's Utica. Kid from Utica. It's going to be Utica and then London with a time of 25 flat. Utica.
Latest time for the Buckeye Division boys, 200 meter dash in section 2. Lane 2 will be Shaw.
Can you hear him?
Lane 3, Sean Nagel, Lakewood. Lane 4, John Hill.
John Hill from London will be running in this one. He'll be the only London entry in this. And the time to beat will be 25 seconds.
It's a pretty good run.
Yeah. Got a decent lane.
The girls, Buckeye Division in 100 meter run. In 6th place is Jill Bennett, Bexley. 5th place, Allison Peters, Licking Valley. 4th place, Alexis Roll, Lakewood. In 3rd place, Jesse Corcoran, Lakewood. Our runner-up is Ruthie Kennedy, London. And our 1999 champion with a time of 2 minutes, 46 and 1/10 seconds is Jamie Dawson, Utica.
That door comes slam hard, quick, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready for this section 2 of the boys Buckeye 200 meter dash. Madison County entree is entree. John Hill, London. The boy with the clean head. If he stretches out, he might have a chance of winning this race. He's going to the top.
Hill.
It's Hill. He's got some pressure on him. What kind of time we got? 16. And it's a race between London and Utica again. John will stretch them legs out. He gets a little faster time. Going to finish with a time of 26.6. So we did get a place out of it, I believe.
Here are the assignments for the boys Ohio Division 200-meter dash. In lane 2 will be Shane Good, West Jefferson. Lane 3 will be Josh Garrett, Madison Plains. Lane 3 will be Pat Manette, Grandview. Lane 5 will be Adam Keaton, Washington Courthouse. And in lane 6 will be John Saxon, Jonathan Oliver.
Boys Ohio Division, we have Hood from West Jeff, Garrett from Madison Plains, and Saxon from Jonathan Alder.
I just turned it on for you guys. I got it on.
Was I on when I was talking?
Yeah.
I bet I wasn't. You probably
Yeah,
turned
you
me.
was.
I bet you turned me off or something.
No, I turned you on.
Because you've been wanting to turn me off all year.
You started.
Jump started me.
Yeah, I got your back. Keep looking behind me.
Going to finish in a time of 27.1.
Here are the assignments for the boys Ohio Division 200-meter dash. Section 2. In lane 2 will be Ryan Warner, West Jefferson. Lane 3, John Oliver. Lane 4, Tyler Larkin, Grandview. Lane 5, Troy Brown, Washington Courthouse. And in lane 6, Nick Cutler, Madison Plains. And the results of the girls Ohio Division 800-meter run. In 6th place, Amber Findwell, Washington Courthouse. In 5th place, Kelly Barr, West Jefferson. In 4th place, Catherine Amstad, Grandview. In 3rd place is Lois Wright, Madison Plains. Our runner-up is Christine Weber, West Jefferson. And our 1999 champion with a time of 2 minutes, 51.5 seconds is Reagan Garrison, Washington Courthouse.
Are you able to catch that curve from there? Okay, here we go. We have a race. Section 2. Yeah. Section 2. Cutler. Jonathan Alder, Bopey, and Warner, West Jeff. Jonathan Alder's got the lead on this. Looks like he might have a pretty decent time. He keeps rolling. 27.9.
Here are the lane segments for the girls Buckeye Division 200-meter dash in section 1. In lane 2 will be Angie Grant, Utica. In lane 3 will be Amanda Smith, Lakewood. Lane 4 will have Stacy Vanover, Licking Valley. Lane 5 will be Yvonne Wilson, London. And in lane 6, Alyssa Worley, Bexley.
Where was that? Okay, girls 200-meter dash in the Buckeye Division. Yvonne Wilson from London is should be in lane 5. Well, if we could have had an umbrella, we could have probably been still outside there.
Yeah, man, it's rough filming like this.
I can see that.
This ain't in my contract.
I suppose you want to raise.
Money talks.
Yep. Notice I ain't saying nothing. Kind of quiet. With the girls 200-meter dash Buckeye Division, Section 1. Yvonne Wilson from London in lane 4. Is only Madison County person to be running in this section. have a race here. We got, I believe that's Utica with the big challenge with Wilson. It's going to be Utica and Wilson right now, or Utica and London. And Utica's just running away. Wilson's going to get a second. Race is going to be won in a time of 29 flat. Utica. 200-meter dash girls. Utica, Shannon. Licking Valley is Kalis. Timmons from London. Vanessa Timmons. It was Lakewood for Kalis. Wilson for Licking Valley, and Hughes for Bexley. London will be coming out of lane 4. Red and white with the black tights. Time to beat is 29. Don't think that's going to happen. Finishing a time of 31.5. Ohio Division, girls 200-meter dash, section 1, and we have Garwood from West Jeff, Stifler from Madison Plains, and Dimsky from Johnson Alder. Those are the 3 to be watching for Madison County.
Bring them up.
I'm up here yawning. It got sticky when I come in here. A little bit of rain chased us off. Right now it looks like it could be Alder. Alder's up top, being challenged by Bexley and Courthouse. It's going to be a race for the finish here, Carl. We're going to have 2 or 3 girls chasing that finish line. I believe it was Alder in a time of 30.2. I believe.
Here are the main assignments for the girls Ohio Division 200-meter dash, section 2.
200-meter dash girls. This is BAC Championships Junior High. Stewart from West Jeff, Funk from Johnson Alder, and Valerie from Madison Plains. Madison County entrance in this. There for a while, I thought we were going to have 4 or 5 girls right together. As a matter of fact, you're going to be able to have more, aren't you? That's some big changes made here. Looks like Grandview, Bexley or Grandview, one of the 2 is moving out. Grandview. It's hard to tell, 33.2.
We have a correction to the scoring in the Buckeye girls 800-meter run, and here are the final results of that event. In 6th place was Breeden Faulkner, London. In 5th place was Jill Bennett, Bexley. In 4th place was Allison Peters, Licking Valley. In 3rd place was Alexa Scroll, Lakewood. Our runner-up was Jesse Formicon, Lakewood. And our champion was Jamie Dawson of Utica.
Buckeye 200-meter dash results.
We had a tie for 3rd with John Easel, Bexley, and John Hill, London. Our runner-up was Jordan Brock of London, and our 1999 champion with a time of 25 seconds flat was Bobby B. Utica. And a tie for 4th with John Saxon, Jonathan Alder, and Troy Brown, Washington Courthouse. In 3rd place was Clevenger, Madison Plains. And our runner-up was Josh Book, Jonathan Alder, and our 1999 champion with a time of 27 and 1/10 seconds is Pat Monette Grandview.
200-meter dash Ohio section. And we're running out of time, Carl. We got one more race, 4x4. Yeah, 4x4. Boys, Buckeye Division. Where we at? B. Utica, Licking Valley, Bexley, Lakewood, and London. London has Brett Cooper, Todd Hungerman, Derek Sanders, and or Darren Sanders and Matt Russell. Is Matt Russell going to run this one?
Oh, yeah. Here are the final results of the Ohio Division Girls 200 meter.
Okay.
Sixth place.
Mark is the one that fell down. Got hurt.
Fifth place, Danielle Funk, John Lawler. In fourth place, Amy Stifler, Madison Plains. In third place, Ashley Wise, Washington Courthouse. Our runner-up was Ridley Parsons, Grandview. And our 1999 champion with a time of 30.2 seconds is Hillary Dempsey, John Lawler.
Looks like we got Lakewood going to make the first exchange here. London's kind of falling behind some on this. They're running in about 5th place now. 4th place. Somebody's making quick moves up in there.
In 6th place, Alyssa Worley, Bexley. In 5th place was fifth place, we had Batson Bexley. In 4th place, Amanda Smith, Lakewood. In 3rd place, Vanessa Simmons, London. Our runner-up was Yvonne Wilson, London. And our 1999 champion with a time of 29 seconds flat was Stacy Ganover, Licking Valley.
Lakewood almost fell down right there. It must be a little dip right there. She's reaching running Lakewood up all them hills and stuff. Lakewood has a pretty decent lead here right now.
Oh, terrible handoff.
London looks like they're fighting a lot of wind there, Carl. Russell comes out. He's running the 3rd leg. I thought he was going to be on the last leg, but he's not. But Lakewood has got a commanding lead there. Lakewood and Bexley running to the top. This is the last exchange, isn't it?
Yep.
And then it drops way off. Lakewood's got they're really stretching it out now.
He's looked behind.
I know it.
Now he's running. Look at Sanders right there.
Sanders is trying to come up there and get him a 3rd place, isn't he? Use all the points we can get. This kid's pouring it on coming down the stretch here. The winner is going to be Lakewood in a time of 4 minutes and 2/10 seconds.
This kid saved something. Sanders gave everything he had.
Did a good job too. 419.6. Okay, we're into the, where am I at? Buckeye, this is the Ohio Division for boys. They changed it around on me. Okay. Plains, Jefferson, Courthouse, Grandview, and Johnson Alder. And we're going to be cutting in and out on this because we're slowly running out of airtime. Due to commercials and stuff like that, we're not going to have enough time to put everything on. And Alder's running second. West Jeff third. Plains fourth. Who is that out front, Carl? Come on, help me. I know Jonathan Alder's going to still run in second spot. Jeff and Madison Plains running third and fourth. Courthouse struggling there at the last. Here comes the final exchange. I believe that's Grandview with his, who's that? The Courthouse with Ronald McDonald socks on. Only they're blue and white. Jonathan Alder. Third and fourth spots. With a time of 4 minutes and 5 seconds, 6.3 seconds, I believe. The third and fourth, and will be West Jeff and Madison Plains. Buckeye Division, which London is in, they're in lane 5. 4x4 relay. We will try our best to get this whole race, and whatever time we have left, which is not much, we'll pick up the Ohio Division. See, another time we used in them 2 or 3 long races, I tried to tell you to cut it off. You said, no, we got plenty of time to do it in.
A long race.
I'm up too. Everybody in the world's hearing this.
What long races?
The 2 longer races we had today, where we normally go down.
The time we wasted where you was too lazy to give the name, or of course you couldn't pronounce the names and had to get off the PA system.
Mr. Will pronouncing them.
I know.
I just won't have to pronounce them today. Here's 2 1,600-meter runs. I think I am going to drop it down some.
Third place, West Jefferson. The runner-up was John Alder. 1999 champion with a time of 12 minutes, 6.3 seconds. The team from Washington Courthouse.
This is the second exchange here?
Yep.
Final results of the boys Buckeyes 4x400 meter relay. In fourth place, London. Third place, Utah. Our runner-up was Bexley. And our 1999 champion with a time of 4 minutes flat, 0.2 seconds. The team from Lakewood.
Is that Lakewood, Carl? I suppose you're going to say that's in our division. Where we at? Good Lord.
I don't know. So I don't know. Man, where are we at?
Right there.
We're close.
To what?
Third. Is this the last handoff?
I don't see more going out on the track. Yeah, we very possibly could get a third. Did we lose a team out there? I thought we started out with 5.
Just hand it off.
Just not. That's something coming close to a near getting lapped in a 4x4. Lakewood. 4 minutes and 41.3 seconds.
London did come in, what?
London's going to get a third?
A that a third? 5:01.
Come on, come on.
Oh, they got 10.
Help me.
5 minutes, 1 second.
It's 7/10.
This should be it, Gary.
Okay. This is girls. Where are we at? 4x4. And we're looking at Alder, West Jeff, and Madison Plains in Madison County District. We will probably run out of tape on this one, so we're going to run it clear to the end. So hopefully watch the newspaper and get the finals of it if we don't get the final of the race. But due to the new computer setup and all this stuff cutting in on commercials and everything, we're just having one heck of a time trying to keep track of the time and tapes here. And then the rain jumped on us, chased us inside.
Yeah, that move
didn't help the cameraman none. He's in here fussing and moaning and groaning. It's going to cost me more money. Running in second place right now we have Madison Plains, and third is West Jeff at this moment before the first exchange. I believe that's Courthouse out in front. Courthouse has a very strong track program. Madison County runners are running neck and neck, side by side, nose to nose.
Are you going to stay up for this whole race?
Much as I can.
Or we'll miss the end of it? Probably, maybe.
Can you see how much time from now? Can you see how much time right there?
2:37.
Jeff has moved up in first position ahead of Courthouse. Jonathan Otter's also moved up ahead of Madison Plains. And we'll pick up the rest of this, hopefully. Looking at West Jeff trying to stretch it out now. Washington Courthouse is...
Look at the wind blowing.
Yeah, that wind is pushing.
Look at that.
It's a struggle. That wind is strong. Going for the last lap. West Jeff Courthouse. Look, they're having trouble reaching up to hand it off. The wind's almost knocking them down.
The wind is terrible.
And he wants the final of the final race, and West Jeff is going to win it in grand style. 4x4 girls. West Jeff is going to finish in a time of 4 minutes and 55.6 seconds. Second place will go to Washington Courthouse. Third place will go to Jonathan Alder, and Madison Plains will bring up fourth. And it's been great being here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Gary McNeil. Hopefully didn't run out of tape. Gary McNeil and Carl King saying good night, see you, wouldn't want to be you. Adios.
First of all, for the Buckeye division, with 27 points, Utica, 41 points, Bexley, 64 points, Licking Valley, 89 points, London, and Lakewood with 103 points. Now the girls' Ohio division scoring. With 62 points, John Alder. 63 points, Grandview. 63 points, Madison Plains. 65 points, West Jefferson. And Washington Courthouse, 71 points. Now for the Buckeye Division boys. With 33 points, Licking Valley. 56.5 points, Bexley. 72 points, Utica. With 81.5 points, Lakewood. And with 82 points, London. Yeah! Woo! Now for the Ohio Division boys. With 38 points, Madison Plains. 43.5 points, West Jefferson. 52.5 points, John Mulder. Grandview, 64 points. Washington Courthouse, 127 points.
Is Coach with him?
Yeah, they're out there. Go on PA and say something.
I ain't saying nothing. Right now, I'm going to give me another problem. How much did they win by?
A half a point.
Now get on and say something like that, then tell them it's wrong. Girls come around singing.
Get on there and say something about, oh,
You ain't said nothing.
after a final tally, we have a correction in the scoring of the boys Buckeye division.
Thanks to Gary McNeil, you lose. Take me on me. I ain't touching nothing.
Look at God. What you guys smiling about? What you guys smiling about?